Are you interested in finding out which insect strikes fear into the hearts of animals? Even the big ones as elephants? You're in for a ride that will show you which insect managed to kill millions of humans. What about the most venomous spider in the world? Do you want to know its name? Then join us today as we uncover the 10 most deadly insects. Let's dive right in, shall we? Number 10. The tsetse fly. We start off this list with what some consider to be the most popular insect that led to the deaths of millions of people, the tsetse fly. It's considered an obligate parasite. Now, for us normal people out there, this means the flies usually need a bunch of blood from vertebrate animals. This includes humans. The flies can be found all across sub-Saharan Africa, and they started to repopulate the continent after 1887, when European colonizers brought the viral rinderpest disease. This killed all of the cattle in the region, and famine soon followed. The human population of the entire region had been dead within a few years. This allowed the pasture to be replaced by thorny bush, the ideal habitat for the tsetse fly. Since then, millions of people have died from the human sleeping sickness that these insects transmit. They were studied at length, and pharmacists soon found a solution. But it was critical for the disease to be identified early and prevented. The oral therapy was successful in 99 out of 100 cases if it were detected early. Now, since there is considerable danger from the flies, the tsetse fly is even considered an economic factor in the region. Number 9. The human botfly. They are not as dangerous as they are horrifying. Imagine having maggots living under your skin and feasting on your flesh. Well, that's exactly what this fly does. While there are many different species of botfly, there are those that specifically grow inside the human body. How do these flies deliver eggs? Well, it's not the flies that deliver eggs, it's the mosquitoes. The botfly catches the mosquito and puts the eggs of the larva on its feet. When you get bitten by the mosquito, these eggs get nested inside of your skin. Once there, they will grow up for 8 weeks. They start to hurt near the end. So many people get them checked. They soon find out that there is a huge botfly larva living inside their body, feasting on their flesh, at which point they can't wait to get them removed. Number 8. Lolomia obliqua. They are called the giant silkworm moth, and they're the cause of around 500 deaths every year. Although the butterfly is not particularly interesting, the 2-inch caterpillar can be studied extensively because it smashed that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, in reality, they study it because of its potent toxicity. It's native to South America, and so many people have been found stepping on it or touching it with their bare hands. And that's when things become tricky. This South American moth has urticating bristles all over its body. You see those spikes all over its body? Well, when you touch one of those, the hollow inside acts as a syringe that injects the venom into the victim's body. Once the toxic venom enters your body, the clots start forming in the body, which prevents the normal blood flow. Then they would cause internal bleeding that leads to compression and brain death. Number 7. The Brazilian wandering spider. The Brazilian wandering spider derives its name from the tendency to wander the forest floor during night. Unlike other spiders that hang on cobwebs and hide in a hole during the night, this one takes patron in the forest, looking for a filling midnight snack. They have been found in the northern parts of South America and even Central America. Some even call them banana spiders because they usually hide in banana trees. When they ship off the bananas to some foreign country, it's not uncommon to find this 7-inch spider inside the package. And this is when you should be cautious. When you're wandering the forest at night, you should be extremely careful not to step on it, as it has a tendency to bite when threatened. If it sees you coming, it will lift itself up in order to seem bigger. If you still don't take the hint and leave, you might end up with a very painful bite. The venom from the bite is so potent that it is considered to be more virulent than Atrax, and this spells bad news for small children. Number 6. Kissing bugs. Well, when one bug is responsible for infecting 8 million people in Central and South America with the Chagas disease, then you have something to worry about. The kissing bugs are nocturnal, meaning they transmit the disease while you're sleeping. Here's how people get infected. While a person is sound asleep, the bug tries to find food. This usually means a person's face. The bug delivers about 2 to 15 bites and sucks blood. And these bites usually occur in the person's mouth, hence the name. Then, after it's done eating, it digests the food and defecates in the area. If the feces gets inside your body, through the eyes, nose, or mouth, and it holds the parasite, Trypanosoma cruzi, that person will get infected. The bites are so minimal that people don't even know that they've been bitten. However, if the disease is not treated early on, this might turn into heart disease, which will eventually lead to heart failure. So this bug's God's way of saying good luck with this one. Number 5. Black widow spider. The black widow spider derives its name from the act of sexual cannibalism. Namely, after the male and female black widow spiders have sex, the female eats the male, hence the name. Some say that it makes it more likely that the children will survive. We just call it creepy, even for a spider. Now, we're here to talk about the venom that the spider administers. The species can be found all over the world, and contact with humans is not uncommon. When bitten, the spider releases the potent latrytoxin in its victim. This causes latrodectism, whose symptoms include severe muscle pain, abdominal cramps, increased sweating, and of course, muscle spasms. Number 4. The bullet ant. With the highest pain index on the Schmidt-Steen pain index, the bullet ant is an insect to be feared in the wild. The man himself once described the pain as walking over flaming charcoal with 3 inches of nails embedded in your heel. So yeah, some people even compared the bite as painful as being shot, which is where they get their name. The pain is so severe that it's said to last around 24 hours, and the common aftermath of this bite is blood appearing in the feces of the humans. Now, there are some hardcore tribes out there that use these ants as an initiation ritual. They first start by placing the hand of the tribesman inside of a glove filled with bullet ants. They start biting, and he has to keep his hand in there for a couple of minutes. Yes, minutes. Number 3. The giant Japanese hornet. Do we need to say anything more? They're giant hornets. What's more dangerous than that? They are almost 2 inches in length, and they have a stinger that is 1/4 of an inch long. That's where they inject their dangerous potent venom, which includes cytolytic peptide. The sting causes unbearable, searing pain that spreads throughout the body. This causes serious swelling in the area to nearly twice their size. And if you get stung only once, you should consider yourself lucky. Many of the victims in America have come across it, and the guy from Brave Wilderness got stung by a group of wasps, which nearly ended their lives. The guy from the YouTube channel Brave New Wilderness says that he would gladly take the sting of a bullet ant and then go through the searing pain of the Vespa mandarinia. Number 2. Diver ants. Imagine this. You're in Africa. You see a column of 50 million ants marching in the search for food. What do you do? Well, if you were smart, you would avoid them at all costs. Why? Because this giant column of ants will stop at nothing to find the food it needs to feed the nest. They are usually found in Africa and can easily be avoided, as they only march at 20 meters in an hour, but they pose a serious threat to any household that they come across. They can raid a house and destroy everything in their path. So that's why we advise you to try to get away from them as soon as possible. And their strong bites have been known to scare even an elephant. And number 1. Mosquitoes. We bet you didn't expect the mosquito to be the number 1 pick of this list, but it's true. These little critters have caused the death of around 2.7 million people in the African countries. Why are they so dangerous? Well, that's because they are the ones responsible for the spread of malaria, the Zika virus, the yellow fever, and many others. After the mating season has ended, the females need blood to feed their young. This is where humans come into the picture. They sting a person and suck the blood, but they also might end up transmitting deadly parasites that infect the bloodstream and eventually cause death. Not so harmless after all. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, have you ever seen giant hornets in real life? You can tell us in the comment section below. And if you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.